Here, this is Ujjwal Kumar and in this video tutorial you are going to learn about ratio and proportion. So basically, first of all, first phase of this video I am going to share with you what is ratio, what is proportion, and yes, I am going to share with you a question which has been asked in GATE. Alright, so basically what is ratio? Suppose that A is to B, double is to C is to D, that means A by B is equal to C by D. Okay, so this is known as ratio. So most of the time what happen, they given questions like this: if A is equal to B is equal to 2 is to 3 and B is to C is equal to 2 is to suppose 3 is to 4, then what is A is to B is to C? This is a typical question as I have seen till now in examination. So what we do, we just don't understand what to do next. But let me share with you how to solve this type of problem. See, the common is here is 3 and here also is 3. So what we have to do, we have to multiple these 3 with both of these two, the equation 1, and we have to multiple with these 3 with both of these, the below one equation 2. So what we can write, A is to B is to C is equal to 3 is to 6, 3 3 9, and 3 is to 4 12. So this is the way to find out answer for ratios and proportions. Okay, so let's go for the numerical problem which has been asked in GATE. But before going to share with you that problem, let me share with you one of the most important thing, that is sometimes what happened, they said to us this equation. Okay, so they will tell you find out the fourth proportion, find out the third proportion. So by using this concept we can find out third proportion as well as fourth proportion. Okay, so don't get confused in those things, and of course it will be very helpful for you to understand all these concepts, because in GATE nowadays they are just leveraging things. I mean, in GATE one thing is pretty common, that is you will not get question what I mean, most of the questions are uncommon, that means new for all of us. So to solve those questions right away, we need to understand first its basic concept. All basic concepts we need to understand, right? So exactly what I am talking about third proportion and fourth proportion, let me share with you. Suppose that we have given A is to B and C is to D. If you're talking about to find out the third proportion, then it will be B multiple C by A is known as third proportion. Okay, if we are talking about fourth proportion, then what will happen, the same thing is here. So if you're talking about third proportion, that means there is a thing you need to understand. See, if we have given question, exactly if you are given question A is to B is to C is to D, if B and C both are uncommon and they are telling us to find out third proportion, that means, I mean, they're not going to tell you third proportion, they will tell you is that fourth proportion, right? Fourth proportion. But whenever they're talking about third proportion, that means these two are common, just like just like 3 is to 5, 5 is to x. Now they will tell you to find out the answer of x. So it is known as third proportion. They will tell you 3 and 5 both values we have given and find out its third proportion. How you can find out third proportion of that? Okay, so for this, what we have to do, we have to write this equation in this way. Then we can find out x is equal to 5 multiple 5 by 3. So 25 by 3 is the right answer. So the concept is same, but way they ask the question, the way they are going to use to ask the question, that is different. When they are just going to give you two values, and here you are going to get all values, all three values, A, B and C, then they will ask you to find out fourth proportion. Are you getting my point? So the difference between third proportion and fourth proportion, probably you will get confused. The concept is same, but the way they ask question, and you have to go for the extra step, that is you have to write the equation in this way to find out its third proportion, right? So the concept is same, but the way to solve the problem is little bit difference. Okay, little bit difference is there in third proportion and fourth proportion. I hope you understand till now. So let's go for the problem which has been asked in gate. So this is a concept, this problem has been asked in gate, and in this question what they said, a cube of side 3 units is formed using a set of smaller cubes of 1 unit. So if anybody can understand these 1.5 line, if 1.5 line you can understand, then you can easily solve the problem. So the main factor is to understand this 1.5 line. Then read, find the proportion of the number of faces of the smaller cubes visible to those which are not visible. Okay, that means we have to find out visible by not visible. We have to find out its ratio, right? But here the thing is that we need to understand that first, 1.5 line. So first of all, draw a cube, right? We have a cube here. Suppose that this is a cube. Yeah, so it's a cube, right? So in this cube, what they said, they have said we have 3 units, 1, 2 and 3, and using a set of smaller cubes of side 1 unit. That means they are saying us to do this. This is 1 unit and this is 3 unit. They said this. So this thing will happen with all sides. So in a cube we have 6 sides. In a cube we have 6 sides. Now we need to understand one thing: how many sides are visible, how many faces are visible. Okay, so from one side you can see how many faces are visible, 9. So in a cube we have 6 faces, 6 sides. So 9 multiple 6, 54 sides are visible. So we can write here 54. If anyhow we can find out how many faces are not visible, then we can find out the answer of this question. So now what is the main challenging part? That is to find out what is not visible. How many faces are not visible. Now think about this. How many exactly thing is that? How many small units are there? Small cubes are there. If we can find out about it, then things will become quite easier for us. Are you getting my point? How many small cubes are there? If we can find out, then we can easily find out the answer. So our main motto right now to find out how many small cubes are there. So first of all, see 3 3 3, how many? 9. Okay, and then we have how many parts are there? 3, 1 2 3. Okay, so first part we have 9, second part we have 9, third part we have 9. Total cubes, how many total cubes are there? 27. In the first part you can see there 3 3 3 9, second part 9, and third part also we have 9. So how many small cubes are there? 27. Then if 27 small cubes are there, how many faces are there? One cube having 6 faces. 27 multiple 6. So let me use calculator. Why to waste time? Because they will allow you to use calculator. So total faces are 162. Total faces. Now we have already calculated that total visible faces are 54. So 162 minus 54, how much? I think 162, 108 I think so. Yeah, 108. 108 faces are not visible. Now what we have to do? We have to just put this value here. So 108. Now again we have to use calculator. Divided by 108, that means 0.5. 0.5 means 1 by 2. Why I am doing this? Because they have given answer in that format. So 1:2 we are getting here. So which is the answer? Option A is the right answer for this question. I hope you understand the concept of ratios and proportion and the question asked in GATE previous year. Okay, thank you very much, and hopefully you will have good concept, and you can solve the previous year papers. Others also you can do much better in the examination. Thank you very much. Bye bye.